is in response to a beautiful blog post I read. Welcome to Notes and Embellishments. My name is Stephanie. I am a music teacher and I play music as well because that wouldn't make sense if I didn't. So I'm a brass player, I play trumpet, and I follow a blog called Brass Chicks. In case you didn't know, there are a lot of people in the world who play brass, and not a lot of them are women. Not sure why. Most of them are men. I know that this is shifting because of what I see in the communities and the schools where I teach. There is more of a balance gender-wise of instruments, but as an adult and a younger woman, I'm still surrounded by men as a trumpet player. So it is nice that there is a blog dedicated specifically to being a female in the brass world. The post was sourced from Reverend Kaya Abendroth, and the title was 5 Ways to Bring the Joy Back into Your Playing. So this awesome human, who I kind of stalked online, Reverend Abendroth, is a trumpet player who offered 5 very different ideas from what I normally see on these listicle articles about how to improve your playing or how to be better at something. Her ideas were so different, and I was really excited to try a few of them and to share with you what I did. Bringing the joy back into your playing. Why is this so important? If you're not enjoying making music, what's the point? Seriously. Most musicians in the world are not professional musicians. They don't make their living making music. They play for the joy of playing. And that's me. And if you're watching this, that is probably also you. However, I was thinking about this. As musicians, we're not entitled to joy. We don't automatically get to experience joy just because we're in the right place and time and we're playing music. You have to make that experience your own. You have to put your special filter of you into your experience to experience the joy. It's not just going to be like joy in your face. That's not a thing. We have to create our own experiences. So here are the 5 things that Reverend Abendroth suggested in the article. I'm going to list them all, and then I'm going to show you a couple things that I did following this advice. So number 1, take a break. Abendroth says, treating myself well ultimately helps my playing. And I agree 100%. And there are some ways that you can put this into action. First, you can apply it at the micro level. If you're practicing something and it's not going your way at all, you can just practice it again the next day. Or you can come back at a different time of day. You're just giving your body a little bit of time to adjust and remember something, and then you're going back to playing. Playing an instrument is not natural. Your body is going to resist if you over-practice, and if you cram practice. If you are waiting till the last minute to practice something, your body is not going to do it. It's almost like it knows you procrastinated. The second way you can take a break is on a larger scale, and I've actually done this a lot. Maybe you've been on tour and you've been playing a lot. Maybe you've been participating in workshops. Don't play for a day. Don't play for a week. I've gone for weeks without playing. It feels extra good coming back. The third one that caught me totally by surprise, I don't think I've ever seen this in a blog post, listicle type article about music. Getting into nature. Abendroth mentions the calming effects of spending time in nature, and she writes about how even when she lived in Manhattan, she would go into Central Park and she would play sonatas on her trumpet in the park just to spend some time outside. I really love this idea. I've played in the forest a lot. I've also played in the ocean a few times too. But it has been a very long time since the last time I played in nature, so I thought I would try this out again. But first, the next one. Her 4th piece of advice is to be ridiculous. Kaya, you don't have to tell me twice to be ridiculous. I'm just happy that a professional musician is giving this kind of advice. She talks about playing her instrument in different body contortions, and I have some stuff to add to that if you need ideas for how else you can be ridiculous. You can play ridiculous songs. You can learn your favorite pop song on the radio and play it in a totally weird different style. I learned how to play Rubber Ducky and then I put it in a minor key. Try that, it's weird. Play a fancy etude with a plunger. Play maybe an Arbenz book thing with a harmony or like a stem, make it wah wah, make it weird. I think I'm really excited about that. I'm gonna make that a separate video, so wait for it. The fourth thing that Kaya Abendroth mentions is priorities. Knowing your priorities to bring the joy back into playing music. And it's really, really important for every human to know what their priorities are. He says that music and other parts of your life need to support each other. I agree with this because you're a whole person and being a musician is just one part of you. Sometimes it's the most important part, sometimes it is not. Sometimes other parts are more important. I do have students that want to quit band after a while, and I tell them it's okay because music is always going to be there for them, even if they can't be there for it right now. It's okay. It's okay to drop it for a while and then come back to it. When you're ready for it, it's going to be joyful. The fifth thing she mentioned that I was also very excited about is no wrong notes. To improvise is to bring joy into your playing. And I have to tell you, because I hear this a lot, improvisation is not just for jazzers. And if you're improvising, it doesn't have to be jazz. It doesn't have to sound jazzy. It just needs to be yours. So I took two of these ideas, playing in nature and improvising, and I went for a hike in my local park and I played for a while. I wanted to share a bit of what I played, so here it is. It's going to be the next part of this video. I really hope you enjoy it, and if you enjoy these kinds of things, going over different ideas to bring joy into your music, please let me know. Please comment and subscribe for more ideas on all kinds of things music making, and I hope you enjoy the music.